Good day children, welcome back to part 2 video on lesson 12 air, water and weather. In our first video, we learned what is weather and what is the sun's role in determining the weather of a place, what causes winds to blow. Now you know that moving air is called wind and a gentle wind is called a breeze. But what is a sea breeze and a land breeze? Let's begin with sea breeze. Land and water gets heated in a different manner. Water takes more time to warm up, whereas land takes lesser time comparatively. Also, land is able to retain the heat for shorter time than the land. During the daytime, the land heats up very quickly and therefore the air above it also warms up more than the air over the water, which takes more time to heat. The warm air over the land rises up and creates a low pressure. The cool air over the water now has high pressure, therefore it moves to occupy the space created over the land. This cool air, which blows from sea to land, is called a sea breeze. Then, what is a land breeze? During night time, the land becomes cooler much faster than the water. This means the warm air over the water rises due to low pressure. The cool air from the land begins to move to the surface of the water body. This cool breeze from the land to water is called a land breeze. Moving on to evaporation. Evaporation is the change of water into water vapor on heating. The heat from the sun causes water on the earth's surface to evaporate more rapidly. Evaporation takes place all the time, but it takes place faster when the weather is windy, it is hot, or the exposed surface is large. These are nothing but the factors affecting the rate of evaporation. The temperature, wind, exposed surface area, and humidity are the factors that affect the rate of evaporation. If we keep a bowl of water out in the sun, the level of water in it goes down by evening, isn't it? This is because the heat of the sun has evaporated some water. Thus, when the weather is very hot, more water gets evaporated and so more water vapor content in the air. This makes the weather more humid on a hotter day. Wind speed also affects the rate of evaporation. When the wind is light, evaporation also takes place slowly, whereas when the wind is very fast, the rate of evaporation is high. Similarly, when the exposed surface area of water is large, the rate of evaporation is high. And as I told earlier, humidity also affects the rate of evaporation. Drier air can absorb more water vapor. And whereas a moisture which is already filled with water vapor decreases the rate of evaporation. Condensation. When we boil water in a pan and cover it with a lid, we find tiny droplets of water on the undersurface of the lid. These drops have been formed because water vapor has changed back into water. This process is called as condensation. That is the process of changing water from a gas to a liquid. Clouds are formed when water vapor condenses into tiny water droplets. Bigger water droplets fall back as rain. Forms of condensation. On cold winter mornings, we see droplets of water on grass and leaves. This is called dew. These droplets are formed by the condensation of water vapor in the air. That is, when the warm air touches the cold surface of the leaves, it condenses back into water droplets, which is called as dew. Fog. When water vapor condenses on dust particles in the air, it forms fog. And it is this fog which makes it difficult for us to find our way on a cold winter morning. Smog. Smog is a form of air pollution. The word smog is a combination of the words smoke and fog. Hail. This is another form of condensation. When water vapor condenses and passes through very cold regions of air, they freeze and fall as hard as balls of ice known as hail or hailstones. So, we will stop with the forms of condensation in this video and continue with our further topics in our next video. Till then, bye children.